Exercise tempos are critical when it comes to loading a particular joint structure or angle or muscle. Along with reps, tempo underpins the intensity of work on that specific area. If we have a large amount of time under tension, which is dictated by the tempo and reps, then we are demanding a lot from the muscles and surrounding structures. If we have a shorter time under tension, then fatigue on the muscle is severely decreased, which is something useful when it comes to deloading and peaking for races or time trials. In order to read tempo, we need to understand what each number of the 4 refers to. You'll see tempo written as 3010. The first number is always the eccentric component of the lift, and the third number is the concentric component. Once we understand these two phases of movement, it becomes very easy to apply the tempo number to any exercise. Okay, so the eccentric component of the exercise is the lowering part of the movement, the part in which we need to add more stability and control, all right? Now, I'm going to give you a couple of examples of exercises and show you where the eccentric component lies in those. With a squat, on that first number of tempos, let's say the first number is 3, that means 3 seconds on the way down, the eccentric part. On a squat, that is from the top to that bottom position of your squat. So you would count 3, 2, 1. That would be the eccentric part of the squat, all right? Now, if it was a press up, it would be the 3 seconds that you take to lower down into that press up. So if your hands are on the floor, you'd be going 3, 2, 1. That'd be the eccentric part of the press up, all right? With the calf raise, it would be from this top position on the way down. So you'd be 3, 2, 1. That would be the eccentric part that you need to control. And that first number dictates that time. The concentric component of an exercise is dictated by the third number of the 4 in the tempo. So if it's 3, 0, 2, 1, for example, that 2 is the number we're going to look at in this concentric component. The concentric is the pushing or the pulling or the contracting part of that specific exercise. So with a squat, in that first example of eccentric we had was 3 seconds. So it's 3, let's say it's 3, 0, 2, 1. So 3 seconds down and then 2 seconds on the way up for the concentric. So it'd be 3 seconds eccentric and then concentric would be the upward part. So this part here, yeah? So if it was 2, it would be 1, 2, okay? If it was 2 on a press up, it would be from that position, the lowest part on the floor, you'd be going 1, 2. That concentric, the pushing part is the third number in the tempo, okay? And with a calf raise, it'd be the upward part of the calf raise. It'd be this part here. So it'd be 1, 2 on the way up, all right? So now that we know the first and third numbers, the second and fourth numbers are just the transitions between each of these components. For example, the tempo may read 3, 3, 1, 0. And if we apply that to a squat, it means 3 seconds down, 3 second pause at the bottom. This is the transition from eccentric to concentric, 1 second up in the concentric and a 0 time hold at the top before going again into the next rep. If the tempo reads 2, 0, 2, 2 on a calf raise, for example, that would mean 2 seconds down, 0 second pause at the bottom, and moving into 2 seconds up in the concentric phase, and then a 2 second hold at the top before going back into the next rep at 2 seconds on the way down. It is super important you adhere to the tempos prescribed for each exercise for you to maximize the benefits of the program, as well as make adaptations in the areas that are specific to improving your running performance.